Hello, hello. My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself. Today is the return of Halo. This is Halo 3 from our resident Halo requester, Pookster Prime. We're listening to Never Forget from the channel Halo. Halo? Halo. And this one's 3 ODST, although I'm not sure if the first one is ODST as well. But this is Follow Our Brothers from the channel Kusavai. Halo's a little odd for me. It's really good, and I like it. But it has this huge emphasis on orchestral ambience that is very cinematic, and I wouldn't doubt that there's going to be a movie someday. And if there is one already, then I don't know about it. But it just has that whole thing with Marty O'Donnell and Michael Salvatore. So let's get into it. This is Never Forget from Halo 3. So far, everything I've heard from Halo 3 has sounded like a major cutscene or like some big event, you know? You know what this sounds like? I know it's early, but it sounds like a type of song. Especially with a title like that, you know? Piano. I'm looking up the synopsis of this game, potentially spoiling myself, but I really don't know anything about these games except for Master Chief, and it's a futuristic shooter. Interstellar war between 26th century humanity, alien races known as the Covenant, and the alien parasite known as the Flood. So three-way war? Or those two against you. That sounds probably more accurate. That sounds like it could be a motif. That little line that we just heard. Oh, this is interesting. Or I'll read it later. Actually, I have one more memory with Halo, but I'll share that after. This one. Yeah, it sounds like a really... It sounds very mission accomplished at what cost type of song to me. Oh, that was it. Oh, okay. So, I just started reading this before it ended. It said Halo 2 had originally been intended to wrap up the story, begun with Combat Evolved. Okay, so I'm guessing it went Halo 1 to Combat Evolved 3. I didn't see that yet, but development difficulties led to a cliffhanger ending. Bungie began 3 shortly after Halo 2 shipped. Microsoft spent $40 million on marketing the game. God, that's so crazy. The older I get, the more like... Because when you're a kid or a teenager, or if you just don't care about like the outside world of video games, you don't really think about that kind of stuff like marketing budget and all that. But $40 million at least. Think about that. in your lifetime will you even make $1 million? Multiply that times 40, and that's just to market one game to hope it sells. And that way, that's just marketing too, you know? There's also development, paying staff. Oh, okay, here we go. Marketing included cross promotions and an alternate reality game? What? Halo 3 was released on September 25th and grossed 170 million USD on its first day of release. Holy fuck, dude. Like, I know Halo's a big deal, but like, I never just like looked at the numbers. I know it's a huge deal, of course. I grew up when these games were popular. People my age know these games more than anyone else. We were in high school when these came out, so, but I didn't know it was like that. 170 million on its first day, rising to 300 million, pretty much double, in its first week. The game sold in excess of 14.5 million copies and was the best-selling video game of 2007 in the United States. That's just the United States. More than 1 million people played Halo 3 on Xbox Live in the first 20 hours. What the fuck? That's crazy. Man. Hold on. I never actually, like I said, I didn't grow up with Xbox. I didn't understand that. I just was a PlayStation kid, and yeah. I know there's some of you that were lucky enough to have like 2 consoles and stuff, but I came from a family where it's like you have one and that's it, or you can afford one and that's it. But also, I had no interest in Xbox too. I always saw it as no offense, but I always saw it as a copycat. I saw Microsoft, and this is probably true. I have no idea, but I always saw it as Microsoft getting like, well, we need that market share too. You know, we can't just have. Well, I mean, yeah. I don't know. That's a whole. I'm sure I can look up some YouTube video like the history of Microsoft Xbox or something. But it's not like they were hurting because of Windows. So, but yeah, at the time it was Sega was out, Nintendo was still there, Dreamcast was about to leave. So yeah, I guess they came at a good time too. When did it come out? Did it battle the PS2 or did it battle the PS1? I think it battled the PS2. Anyways, okay. So basically, yeah, so Master Chief versus at least 2 different factions of aliens. This is interesting. Because I don't think I'm going to play these, to be honest. But I am curious enough. Because, again, it's like it's kind of the way I see Mario. A little bit. And even now I'm experiencing my first Mario game. I'm kind of experiencing that too. Like, I've always known of Master Chief. Actually, I'll take it a step further. When I was in high school, I had a computer class, and that's where, well, I don't want to say I learned how to edit videos there, but they had a movie editor there where I started to dabble. But I already was doing it before then. I'm not going to let them take credit for that. But I remember, I've said this story before, but there was someone who installed one of the Halos. I don't know what it was, but it was either a demo or something. But it was just one little grass level. And we could all play like a local area network, and that was it. And that was like it was really good times. And that's pretty much my experience with it. So I've always heard of it. Obviously, you always knew a friend that had it. Either you played Call of Duty with your friends or you played Halo with your friends. I mostly played Call of Duty, but I definitely had some nights where I remember using a plasma sword. And I think the sticky grenades were the first time I ever saw that was in Halo. I forgot which one. I remember the Needler was really fun. The sniper and the crazy jumps. Oh yeah, that was a thing too. I just remember that. Like Halo, one of the Halos came out. I guess it was this one. But like I remember the early days of YouTube, seeing like trick shots and stuff. Man, YouTube back then with the ratings and everything. Anyways, yeah. So this song, I'm not gonna lie. Like these kind of songs, all they're gonna do is trigger these kind of thoughts for me, as opposed to like the melodic. What am I trying to say here? The melodic. Totally drew a blank. I was gonna say expression, but that's not right. Context. You know what I'm trying to say. It's totally missed on me because what I think is happening here, and is totally fine, by the way. There's no right or wrong way to request anything here. In case you didn't know, after me doing this for so long, people just request whatever they want to hear. And I always take that as like, well, they're a huge mega fan of this, whoever they are, and they also want to share other memories with others and talk amongst that in the credits, in the comments, and that's really cool. I'm a little envious of that, of my own comment section, because only so few times I can do that myself. But the idea of that existing is kind of cool. I'm not trying to like toot my own horn, but I'll take it one step further before I go to the next song. One of the big things I noticed early on, because this channel took off quick. As soon as I started uploading video game reactions, it just like, you know, I went from like 1,000 to 10,000 to 20,000, whatever. But if you go to any video, including this one, I can demonstrate it right here. I don't even know, but any video game music video on YouTube, what are the comments? It's all nostalgic stuff. Hey, I remember playing this with my brother, blah, blah, blah. There's always some like camaraderie in the comments. So I noticed very early on, in like the first week, that me uploading my reaction to these is also that conversation, but times like 10, because you're watching someone experience it for the first time in real time. I don't know. These are the things I think about. So anyways, I'm sure that song had to do with some big moment that you can all yap about, but I have no idea what's going on. It's nice though. Anyways, that's what that song gave me. This one's also kind of short. This is Follow Our Brothers. Again, these song titles, man, they're sounding like Endgame or something. Follow Our Brothers. Oh, I was gonna say, briefly, I am interested in seeing like a playthrough, like someone else play it, just to see the story, you know? Probably not too long, maybe like 50 hours total. That's the total guess, but if people make it sound like it's a movie, like, then that sounds kind of cool. But I have no interest in playing it. Let me turn this up. 170 million. Damn. I'm not trying to spoil myself. I'm just trying to get like other fun facts. Voices. Oh, damn, I love marching beats. I love marching beats. Is there a game that people consider as the best, unanimously? I know everyone has subjective, but is there one that people always like, for example, people always say Modern Warfare 2 or Call of Duty or Black Ops 3, which is like the Halo of all Halos. Oh, this is cool. I like this. I love stuff like this. Ooh, flute. There's over 50,000 pieces of audio, with nearly 40,000 of those being NPC dialogue. I didn't know the world was that alive. Keith David is in this game? That was cool. Again, same exact feeling. Like, I'm not saying these things as a bad thing. I'm saying them as my true and honest thoughts. You know, I'm not just gonna be like, whoa, that was super, you know, that I could tell that's like emotionally impactful. There's like a hint of envy there because it's like, I want to know what's going on here, but you just have to realize every time I say that, it's just, I mean, yeah, it's a genuine curiosity, but I can't do that with every single game here. I have no time as it is. But it's the idea that's nice. But maybe I might do it for Halo because it's just one of those. Think of it this way: I've been curious about this game for a little over half my life now. It's a long time. But yeah, apparently Keith David is one of the voice actors. That's pretty cool. That's Spawn, Ron Perlman. This is so interesting. I didn't realize there was that many NPC interaction. Sorry, I'm just like fascinated by this Wikipedia page because, like, again, I don't know anything about Halo. I just know it's a huge thing. But apparently, the goal with 3, particularly, was to get it into more people's hands beyond Xbox owners. Like, they wanted to be like a massive hit. Yeah, so casual as well as hardcore gamers. Ooh, that scares me. Whenever I hear that, I think they dumbed down the game or something. Let me know. Let me know if 3 was like a mechanical advancement or maybe a downgrade or just the same. I doubt it was the same though. The game changes everything. They released 4 developer documentaries. Oh, well, there you go. Damn, dude. Halo 3 had tie-ins with Pepsi. A variant of Mountain Dew named Game Fuel. Oh, I remember that. Well, wait, Game Fuel. It might... No, I'm confusing it with Code Red. What was that? Was that the thing? This is crazy, dude. I wonder what this worldwide... I'm not going to look it up now, but I wonder what its worldwide impact had. Clearly it was a hit in the United States. How has there been no movie by now? You feel like the executives would just be like, oh, people spend money on this? Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm actually legit surprised why there's no Halo movie. Why do you guys think that is? And if there is, then whoops. Yeah, this is cool. These, I'm not gonna lie, like they're all gonna give me this feeling of my experience with Halo, which is nothing, just seeing it from the outside. So I don't know if that's good or bad because I am paying attention to the music, but it's only gonna get me so far. All I can tell you is that I really like the marching beat and the kind of military feel of it. But you know, all this is to me is me reading your guys' memories with Halo, and I think that's enchanting, and I really like that. I do read my comments, so as much as I can. But I had no idea it was that big. Damn. Cool. Well, I guess maybe let me know what's coming, or maybe suggest. Don't link it because links are count as spam. I won't see it. But suggest a video maybe on YouTube of either the history or a cool playthrough to watch, or maybe the developer thing, whatever. I don't know, but I'm not gonna play them. But I am curious. Thank you, Pookster, and thanks to everyone you see on screen. I cannot be here without them. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse. In the auditorium later.